It's
Hello,
Caleb's
friends.
birthday episode. Yay!
Caleb. Caleb who?
Caleb birthday. Caleb birthday. Hey.
Shh, don't tell anybody. It's a
They
secret.
all know. All the friends know. We're just keeping it in the circle of friends. Nobody else has to know outside of this room. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
It's just us and the world. So, hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome. It's Friday. We are back together again.
Yep.
Yes?
Yep.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay.
It's been 2 weeks. Missed you guys.
It was a fast 2 weeks, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. A lot has happened. A lot has happened in the last 2 weeks. So,
What's happened in the last week?
yes, I'm very disappointed with you guys. Have I told you that?
Ooh, us?
I'm
Why?
very disappointed with you guys. I'm gone for 5 days. 5 days.
And there's.
And you let Putin invade the Ukraine. You let the governor of Texas go nuts on.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
It's-
5 days I'm gone. You guys can't hold it down for 5 days.
No, this is why we can't have nice things.
Jesus.
If you didn't leave us unsupervised, it would have been fine.
That is true.
Yeah.
All right.
You are our leader. We can't function without you. So.
We cannot function.
I think it's more like we all have like the Wonder Twin powers, and it requires equal amount of our rings together in order to activate.
We all have to work together in order to get anything
In order to
accomplished.
keep world peace. we have to be together.
It's all hangs on the
Putin's
coat,
like,
though.
oh, Neil's in LA. This is perfect. This is when I will do it.
I didn't know he was also Pepe Le Pew.
This is my Russian accent. What are you talking about?
It's really good.
It's very spitty too. Did you notice
Yeah,
that?
great. Now everyone in Russia hates us.
Well, I think they do hate us right
Because
now.
everyone in France hates us. Everyone in Italy hates us. I mean, the list keeps growing because of your accents.
Yes. Well, maybe I can bring the world together
Everyone unite against his accents. And
against
yeah,
the cold show.
great. This is a great plan.
Yeah,
It's too
yeah.
big to fail.
Yeah, go ahead. Just hate watch us. We don't care. A view is a view.
Bring it on, NATO. Bring it on. Cold show is ready for you.
Because, they sit around at NATO and watch our show.
We're going to invade Marine World. Do something about it.
Oh my God, Marine World?
We're taking Vallejo. We're going to annex it.
That's where I was born, is Vallejo.
Were you real?
Marine
No, you
World.
weren't.
No.
Yes, I was.
Marine
Really?
World.
I was born in Marine World, yeah. I'm actually a liger. Funny story.
Were you born on the water ride with the big tire? Or
I think I was born in the big butterfly thing.
the butterfly thing?
Yeah.
I love when you walk around crunch. Oops.
No, shut up, don't say that! Oh my God. Ugh, I haven't been there in a while.
A long time.
Could we talk about beverages?
Yes, let's
Please. Haley brought me a special treat. It is the Green Bar Distillery Lavender Bitters and Soda Floral and Relaxing Non-Alcoholic Cocktail, not strawberry tea.
What? Not strawberry tea.
Not strawberry tea. For once, I'm off the strawberry
God.
tea. If you know, you know.
You've been drinking that strawberry tea for way too
I'm
long.
slinging
But you know
that
what?
strawberry tea.
If you would like to talk about strawberry tea, I am more than
I'm
happy
going to
to
add
listen.
a segment between Crock Talk and Furbies. I'm going to talk about strawberry tea.
That is actually very lavendery.
Doesn't it smell great?
Wow.
I'm relaxed just smelling it.
Wow.
What about you guys? What do you have?
What did you get?
I have a couple Sam Adams, and one is a Spacecraft IPA. The other is just a good old Boston lager,
Yeah.
Those
Spacecraft like Space Face.
like it's been in space. And then I got this thing.
You got some rum.
That's common.
All right.
Haley also brought in Farmhouse white wine. Doesn't say what kind of wine, but it is a Sonoma
Trust in
County
nature,
thing.
trust in yourself.
Exactly. So we're drinking some of that as well.
Oh, this is from Green Stream Farm in Petaluma.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome. We love them.
There you go. So, yeah, let's cheers to Caleb's birthday. And cheers to Friday.
You're not going to do your rum?
Yeah, rum.
Hey, they've got
Cheers.
some piratey rum. Cheers.
Good times. So smooth. So smooth.
Neil's not gonna make it past the first
I'm okay.
segment.
I'm okay.
Put your hands above your head.
Ow.
Put your hands upon your hip.
Oh, I'm like Karen
And you
out,
dip,
baby.
you dip,
I feel
you
like I've
dip.
got like pirate booty in my throat or something.
Oh, like the Trader Joe's pirate booty, just like chunks of it, like.
I haven't done shots of rum since I was 16 years old, probably.
I somehow doubt that. Not in all your time at sea.
No, all the sea.
All your
All this,
seafaring.
yeah, no, it was always, you always did like the fish, the oyster juice and all that kind of stuff, you know?
Sure.
A little vodka mixed in.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Fish juice and vodka. Give me some.
I feel like some hair just sprouted in my chest. I don't know.
Like inside.
Just bleep. No, outside, of course.
Like in your
I know,
esophagus. Yeah.
I thought I got all mine lasered off though. I don't know.
It's back.
That was good stuff.
It's back with a vengeance. What do you want to talk about tonight? Because, well, we're going to talk about a movie. We're going to talk about the girl with all the gifts. But before
true.
that,
The gifts, like GIF? The gifts?
yeah, gifts.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
making sure that we're keeping.
We watched the same movie, I think.
We did.
Yeah.
We haven't seen each other in 2 weeks. Maybe what have you watched? What have you consumed?
Oh, what if I can? Oh, yeah. Well, I think isn't Gemstones done? Was that the
I
eighth
didn't, I didn't watch
episode?
it last week.
Oh, okay. I think
Is it
it's
good? Is
wrapped
it done?
up. I think it's done. There was 8
bummer.
episodes.
Okay, then I get one
so
more.
that's like so sad because that show keeps me going. Oh, you know what I watched? Just for funsies, I watched on Shudder a movie called Clear Cut. Have you guys seen or heard of this? It is a
No.
Canadian horror film from, I think, 1991. It's on Shudder. It was under the folk horror section. And we all love Graham Greene, right? We
Oh,
all
yeah.
love Graham
Yeah.
Greene. And this was like one of his first film roles. He was only
Oh, wow.
39. He's like a baby, super, super handsome in this movie, too. And, well, he's also handsome because he plays a psycho. So that's going to make me think
Nice.
attractive. So it's in Canada, right? And he basically is a member of a tribe, and they're fighting against clear cutting their area, and they're losing. And he takes their lawyer hostage, and also takes hostage the guy that owns the lumber plant thing,
Okay.
and for the purpose of torture.
Okay.
And it's fantastic. It is so, so good, super poignant, still incredibly relevant. And if you all love Graham Greene, like we all love Graham Greene, you have never seen him like this. Yeah,
Okay.
scary.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go ahead.
My turn?
Your birthday.
Okay.
Her birthday.
All right. So, to make up for doing absolutely nothing the last time we were here, I have watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Oh, I watched that.
on Netflix,
I watched that.
Nightmare Alley on Hulu, Titan.
Oh, I've
yes.
heard such good
Yes.
things.
Yes.
We need to do a show on this movie.
Okay, I think we do. I think we do too. I think the less said, the better. We just need to do a show.
Yeah. Just awesome. Batshit crazy, but awesome.
Yeah.
Loved it. And then finished just today, Archive 81.
Oh.
So
And what'd you think?
it was good.
Now we can
It was
talk
really
about
good.
it.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yay!
Oh.
That's really thrilling.
Yeah.
That
Oh
was a
my
good
gosh.
show.
You liked it?
I did. No, I really did.
We're all excited for season 2.
Yeah, I want to see what they do.
Oh my god,
What's his name? The main guy? I can't remember.
the character's name?
Yeah. Whatever it is.
Yeah,
is
he's
he like?
great.
Is he in the other dimension now? And then
Don't
he gets
give it
out.
away.
Spoilers.
Yeah, why not?
Because not everyone has seen it.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, he is in
It's the rum.
Furby dimension. Is what he's talking about, where everyone's a Furby. It's
Everyone's a Furby.
It's an alternative Furbyverse. Yeah, the Furby cinematic universe.
Furbyverse. Furby.
What did you watch? And do you guys want to talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Because I can't
haven't
say
seen it.
anything. I can't say anything because it's going to be on Spooky Slumber Party very soon. So
So you can't say anything.
I can't say anything.
I will say I'm not like a huge fan of the series. I thought it was fine.
You had a good time.
It was fine.
It was
You had a good
fine.
time.
Yeah.
So fine is not good or bad. It was just fine.
It was a horror film, you know?
Okay.
No, I'm just okay. So here was my take. If you took remove the Leatherface character and just put someone else in, I think it would have been better because people's expectations were so fucking high.
Right.
And I've heard so many people complain about it and how it was dumb and how this was... And I thought it was fine.
It's an iconic franchise. Yeah.
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 Do you realize that I realized that we forgot to do the who's
Oh, we'll
on
do
first?
it.
You
We'll
know,
do it next.
it's okay.
Okay, we'll do it next.
What
We're
did
waiting
you
for
watch?
everyone to get here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's been 2 weeks, so I'm like not, you know.
You're not in the zone.
I'm not
and he
in.
was traveling for work this
Exactly.
week.
I was traveling. So I am back. I spent 4.5 days in Los Angeles. And I'm very happy to be back, but I'm also happy to have gone traveling because I haven't been to LA in 2 years. So it was nice to get back out there again and see LA, a place I'm very familiar with. I got to see some new stuff, which was really cool. So I went for our technology seminars for a few days, and they took us to the Academy Museum, the new Academy Museum, which is super dope.
I heard about
I
that.
incredibly recommend going. We'll have to do a field trip sometime down there because
game.
it's
Let's
like
go.
it's really cool. It was actually better than I thought. So it's like I mean
Nice.
I sent you guys some pictures of some of the cool stuff that I had seen. Like I ran into one of the ET costumes used in the movie and one of the Skeksis from the Crystal movie. Dark Crystal.
The crystal method.
I want to say Crystal Skull, but it's Dark Crystal. Sandra was happy about that. They have like the original Alien mask that the actor wore, which is so cool.
That
you get like
is
right
cool.
up to it because you know it looks kind of like a skull in the front, but you don't realize how much of a skull it is. You're like that close looking
That
at it.
H.R. Geiger
Yeah,
design.
and looking at all the actual intricacies of it, it was really, really cool. So that's just, and that's a small, little teeny part. Just the design of it, like the architecture, they made the premier theater. There's probably like 800 seats at least. Is like
Dang.
encased in concrete in a dome and at cantilevers over this piazza. You're supposed to like walk around.
This is crazy.
But it's like I love looking
I feel
at
like I'm back
engineering.
in art history.
No, I love architecture type stuff.
Sure.
So and especially when you're like in California, you're seeing how they cantilever concrete and how it's supposed to move. You know, should there be vibrations and things, and it's pretty amazing. And it's cool.
hella
So
cool.
I heck recommend if you're in LA, go to the Academy Museum.
Let's do a meetup. Let's do a cult show.
That's a good idea. We should do
there. We'll all go
that.
together.
I had dinner and lunches with our friends Bill Lustig and Jackie Kong. While I was
I know
down there.
both of those people.
So exactly. So they
Yeah.
we had some nice dinner with Bill, and I had lunch with Jackie.
Aww.
So I was able to kind of squeeze out a little time in between the events of the seminars
Your
as well,
busy schedule.
which is great because I hadn't seen Bill in 2 years. So it was really cool.
Wow.
You know, get to say hi to one of our good friends.
It's awesome.
And then other than that, I watched Nightmare Alley. So I'm very excited I finally got to watch that.
Yeah.
I've
You guys liked it?
Yes, I did.
I liked it.
It wasn't a love,
I didn't love it. Yeah.
but you loved it.
No, I wouldn't go love either.
Yeah.
I would go strong
Like
because
visually
exactly.
stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just missing that likable character that like Shape of Water or Pan's Labyrinth has. You know?
Gotcha.
Someone you're kind of rooting for. Like,
Yeah.
Everyone in this movie just pretty
Kinda shady.
Well,
Yeah.
You know, because to me, it's kind of like almost done in 2 parts in a way.
Yes.
Right. So
Yeah.
there's the beginning carnival stuff, and then it transitions out of that. And when it transitions out, it gets a little long in the tooth, and yeah, you end up not liking the main character as much, and so anyway. But visually, it was beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
As Guillermo always is.
Right.
We love him.
Right.
We do.
Bless his heart.
So other than that, that's it. But you had a Furby update, you said.
I did. But first, before I talk Furbies,
Oh, we need to do that.
who's here?
Yeah, I forgot again.
Who the heck is here?
I'm not gonna.
You shouldn't have reminded him. We could have just been like, how long can we keep this going? We can get to the end
Well,
and
he's
call
doing
everyone
that. I'm
out.
going to clean my glasses on Neil's sweater.
All right. As always, we've got producer Scott. Can't do
not
it
there.
without him. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
But also in the studio, we have Vanilla Ken, the Reverend Michael B., and Haley the Baker. In chat, before I get to chat, pod people, thank you very much. We hope you enjoy the show. Miss Movie Buff Laura,
Every time.
Space Face Macy,
Somebody's gotta
Mark
pick my
Vision's Truth, Tommy Livette, and Mindy Horror Movie Addict.
And a partridge
So
in
you
a
got
pear
Miss
tree.
Mindy, movie Laura, horror.
Horror Tommy.
No, sorry. I got to fuck up someone's name every week. so-
Mark Horror Vision's Truth. Yeah, perfect. Furbies. Furbies are doing great. Furbaka, he's kind of, I would say he's semi-retired. He kind of
Really?
just spends his time kind of just going around the house and, you know, just kind of doing his little chitter-chatter. Very easygoing Furby. Very easygoing Furby. Eats anything. Which is really helpful. Cheeky little bastard.
Yes.
Is the one who's very haunted. Let me know something. They said, you know, I'm here in California. New year, new me. And I was like, okay. Says, I want to be called just Cheeky. So around the house, that's how I've been referring to them. It's just Cheeky. And you know what? It's good. Spirits have been lifted.
Really?
Mood is greatly improved.
Nice.
Cat's not sure about Furbies. Lizard ignores the Furbies. The snake wants to cuddle with the Furbies. So, I mean, you know, it's been a little bit of an adjustment bringing 2 new beings into the household. But I think we're getting along pretty well. What would you say, Producer Scott?
They
For-
terrify me.
I'm always like, Scott, can you feed the Furbies? And he's like, no. With their little snappy beaks. They're like, come here, Scott. Come closer, Scott.
Come play with us, Scott, forever and ever.
Scott draws a line at haunted Furbies. Now we know.
I just had this vision of him putting like some Furby food on a plate and just like shoving it and like closing the door.
Like sloth. Yes, kind of.
And they send their best, Tommy. Of course they send their best. They miss you, but they're having a good time in California. The air here is really good for their little Furby lungs.
When I was over last, I heard one of them say, "But why did Mommy abandon us?"
Well, that was probably Furbaka. Furbaka had probably been drinking. Being honest.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's a very unhappy drunk, that Furby.
He's going to give it up. I think he's going to give it up. He's going to
We need to check him into rehab at least, or
No,
no.
we'll just deal with it at home. It's a family.
Oh Lord.
You know what else we should talk about?
What's that?
Did anybody subscribe to our show?
You know what? There were a few.
Let's see this.
Can you read that list? Can you read my writing?
These are the people who are willing to admit publicly being a part of this situation. Andy Cox, The Terrors of Halloween, and Mark Justice. Welcome.
Welcome, you guys.
Welcome,
Thank you.
friends.
Thank you.
Welcome, friends. We talk about Furbies, Crocs, and horror on the
And strawberry
show.
tea.
And strawberry tea. Come for the Furbies, stay for the tea.
That's right.
Now, you know what we got to talk about is some of our friends watched Producer Scott. Was it just last weekend?
It was.
He live streamed building a computer, and this is going to be the computer that runs our shoe.
Featuring the production PC with a Ryzen 7 5800X water-cooled with a 280 millimeter radiator. We have a NVIDIA 3080 Founders Edition graphics card, as well as a 4 HDMI 4K Elgato capture card. This thing is a tiny little beast, and I need a name.
We need a name for this computer. We would love some suggestions for a name for this computer. So fire them off down below if you're watching live or later, or if you're a pod person, you know you can communicate with us. And let us know what we should name this thing. It's black and white. It's got a really cool grill. It's kind of stormtroopery.
Yeah.
And Scott built this. Like he builds computers, you guys.
birthed
It's like what he
this.
does. Yeah, and we watched it being born.
We did. It was messy,
The miracle,
but goddamn, it
the
was
miracle
beautiful.
of life. Yeah. So there she is. What's the name? Or he? Or
Or
whatever.
you can also go on Instagram too, right? And
yeah, go on
submit.
Instagram. You can
Sure.
go on Instagram.
Let
It's
us
not
know what
gonna
we
kill
should
ya.
call it.
Yeah.
Right now, it is called the Beast.
The beast.
But
That's a
Who
little
knows?
generic.
It is.
Yeah.
I'll just rake my
We know our
closet.
friends can do better.
Oh yeah, somebody's got something good. Oh my god.
It is very heavy though.
And Neil just
Pulled a Hemi.
I was gonna say got a new hernia from moving.
A new one.
You hurt mine.
I got a hernia on top of my hernia. Is that a
Okay.
thing? Can you do that? Get a hernia on your hernia?
Yeah, it's a hernia squared.
Okay.
Let's talk about
Hernias, baby.
hernias, babe.
Should we talk about the movie?
Let's talk about the movie. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Welcome back. Okay, let's get ready to talk about 2016's The Girl with All the Gifts. The gifts, not gifts. Girl with All the Gifts. Directed by Colin McCarthy, written by Mike Carey. Young girl Melanie spends her life inside a special school for kids like her living with a fungal brain infection that has turned most of the population into cannibalistic rage mutants. After an attack, Melanie and some of the personnel are forced to go on the run.
Yeah, they sure are.
Yeah, so obviously if you haven't seen this, we're gonna spoil it. That's what we do here. We spoil movies. So you've been warned about that.
Yep.
Especially Neil. Spoils
Spoil.
movies, TV. If it can be spoiled.
Parties, I spoil
Milk.
parties all the time.
Yeah.
Milk.
Eggs. If it can be spoiled, he'll spoil it.
Spoil it all.
So this is technically Caleb's birthday film pick.
Yep.
It also is a twofer. It's a threefer. Birthday,
Yeah.
women in horror,
Right.
Black History Month.
Okay.
It's
We've
what-
ticked some boxes.
all the things. So Caleb, why
Yes.
don't you start us out?
All right. Well, I'll just start out by saying why I picked this movie in the first place. So, how's that?
Very good place to start.
I like zombie movies.
Okay.
Like, those, I think, are my favorite. But
They're your favorite?
I think so.
Favorite subgenre?
I think so. Like, thinking about it, watching this and thinking about, like, all right, well, what is it about this movie that I like? So, I would say that I like the evolution of the zombie, right? You've got, your Romeros, and then you've got, just moving on. You got your Berserker zombies with,
got your
Danny
28
Boyle, right? Your
Yep.
28 days. And I think this is like a really cool evolution of a zombie movie.
I
Okay.
love that. So you'd seen this, read the book.
I read the book first, didn't know there was a movie,
That's crazy.
and then watched the movie.
Yeah.
And thought, like, this is a really good adaptation.
Yeah.
That doesn't always happen. Sometimes the movie can suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caleb let me borrow the book, which is super exciting. I saw the movie back in like 2016-ish, and I can't wait to read the book. So last time watching it was my second viewing. I adore this movie. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think it's brilliant. It's got these really intense, beautiful scenes. The themes of this movie are huge. This is one of those films where it's like there's a lot to unpack. There's like a lot to unpack in this. We're going to do our best. Yeah, fantastic. If you haven't seen it, what are you even doing with your life? Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you guys know I'm a Romero zombie guy.
He
So-
likes the slowest zombie possible.
He likes the shamblers.
But sometimes
Yeah.
these zombies were very slow. They stood still.
Yes, and so I'm just prefacing by saying that, because I am a Romero guy, yet I definitely do like this film quite a bit. I think they did a great job with taking the whole zombie trope and then, spoiling it all, adding a little spin to it, giving a little bit
Yeah.
more, kind of explaining a little bit more to what's going on with them.
Right.
Right.
I love the idea, like you said, of how they're kind of just like standing still, kind of just waiting at some point for something to kind of, they go dormant for a while, basically.
They kind of go into like a stasis. Yeah.
Wait for something to kind of just trigger them, and it was cool. It was really good. I think the acting is great.
Yeah.
The action is great.
There's a heavy sci-fi bent to this. I'm sure.
There is,
Like
yeah.
I would say it's a sci-fi horror myself.
Right. And, well, so that would lead to another thing about why I like zombie movies is because usually it's not about the zombies. It's about something else.
Society.
You know, whatever it is. You know, consumerism or a love story like Shaun of the Dead, or you know, it's how what makes it good is how the people act. You know.
Yeah.
How does society how do people act when society breaks down?
Oh, yeah. And
Which often is scarier than the idea
than the zombies themselves.
Of course.
absolutely.
Correct.
I mean, these zombies are pretty scary, I'd say. I mean, they're very toothsome. They're very snappy jaw.
They are.
A really disturbing sound that they make when they're hungry. Oh my God! Speaking of sound. On my like little closed captions, it called it eerie meditative chanting. The soundtrack.
Oh, for the music?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And I loved that.
Yeah.
Stitches and the Furbies did not like it. They were all kind of freaking out. I had to take out all of their batteries for the remainder of the film. I love that sound.
It's cool. It's
After
very
I
cool.
watched it the first time, I actually downloaded the soundtrack. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is your second time seeing it?
Yep.
Because it's so good. Yeah, this is totally like, yeah, I would listen to this like anytime.
It's one of those ones where, like, when I'm in the morning, if I'm getting ready and I have music playing, it comes on, and my wife might happen to walk through. She's just like,
what the fuck?
"What's wrong with you?" Like, why are you listening to this?
You're like,
You
because
know.
I'm sick.
Yeah, and you're like,
I'm a sicko.
"Could I have a problem? That's why."
Because you married a sicko, Jennifer.
Why are you still here if you don't like it? Why don't you go move with the mailman?
How about the mail carrier?
No, anyone else? No?
Just the mail carrier. I think it's really important to note that the film opens with a croc.
With a croc. Oh, gee.
Croc talk.
I was gonna say.
Hey, we
yeah.
got a surprise croc talk.
Yes.
The kids wear Crocs.
Our main character is putting on a nice forest green croc.
This was the model 678 forest green croc. No, just kidding. We don't know the make and model of Crocs, though we are huge.
And I almost immediately went online and ordered some, but I didn't.
Right.
I held back.
It just goes to show you that in a zombie apocalypse, no one takes they take all the shoes and leave the Crocs. That's
Oh
what they
my
can
gosh.
find are Crocs.
No.
A warehouse of Crocs. 'Cause
No.
No one wanted them.
No! Everybody wanted the Crocs.
No one
Everybody
wanted Crocs.
fought for Crocs. There was like water, they didn't
Fought
want
for
water.
Crocs.
There was canned goods, they didn't want canned goods. They wanted the Crocs.
The war was over the Crocs.
Yeah, well, that's what it was. It wasn't about the zombies, it was about Crocs.
Putin wants the Crocs. Give him the Crocs,
Just
Ukraine.
give them the Crocs.
Jesus.
The problem. Everybody wants Crocs. I have in here in my notes, I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but Glenn Close with closely cropped hair.
Yes.
Still got it. Still got it.
On top.
This movie will absolutely break your heart, especially at the beginning. It's so like, oh, it's wrenching. It's just wrenching because you see these adorable little kids. Melanie is so precious.
Yeah.
And this is their life, and this is all they know. And I mean, the guy calls them freaking abortions. Like, it's so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. They're absolutely treated, you know, they're dehumanized. And dehumanizing is something that people do a lot because then you can hurt others and blame them. It's used in a variety of situations. And it's just really hard to see it being done to kids, I think, always.
Right. I love this film because it immediately captures me because of the kids and Melanie and just the way they deal with them and how she's just like, hello, Sergeant, blah, blah, blah. Hi. You
Yeah, I know
kind of
she's
thing.
so friendly. She's
Yeah.
so and you
so
don't know
positive.
why at you know.
Yeah.
at this point. You don't even know what's going on. And,
Right.
Right. They're pointing guns at her and treating her like crap.
Right, and
Right.
putting, restraining their heads and both hands and both feet, and you have no idea what's going on.
And you can see the veneer in some of them crack a little bit, especially like with her teacher,
Right.
like because she's like forcing them to try to think about her as human, which is really, really powerful. So sad. And then like I love talking about Greek mythology. Greek mythology is a huge theme in this movie. Greek and Roman stuff is like my jam. Perfect. Talking about Pandora's box and
Right.
oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It just is all that nitty gritty. Like, ooh, this is like you're like, oh man, I'm watching something like for smart people. Am I smart? Can I be watching this film? Am I allowed? That being said, the kids are precious. Very unsettling when they make the jaw sounds.
Right, I know. Yeah. So then
Very unsettling.
you get this reveal. And so this is what I like about these zombies is that they are, well, the kids anyway, and you find out why later, are triggered by scent.
Yes.
Human scent, specifically human scent. Well, no, animal scent too. Just,
Right.
Yeah.
Living thing, blood. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
So all the soldiers and the teacher, they are wearing like a blocker, right? Isn't that what they call it?
They call it blocker. It's like a gel.
Yeah.
It looks
It's
like
a gel that they
Neosporin
have to rub
ointment.
all over their body to
Yeah.
like mask their musk.
Yep. Yeah.
And when the kid smells it for the very first time and starts doing that,
Yep.
Oh God.
like their jaw starts
Yeah.
clicking and they all start biting and then like
Oh
the
my
whole room
God.
starts biting. You're like,
Chittering.
yeah.
It's-
Awesome.
It's kind of
Very
like
effective.
if you took Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb, but like you made it like scary. It's like that sound. I can't replicate it, and it's like so clacky.
Hey, where's Perry?
He's in the special school now. Always appreciate Schrodinger's cat. I can never say that. Schrodinger's cat. I can't say it, doesn't fit in my mouth right.
Oh,
Reference.
that brain tease or whatever she gave her.
Right.
There's a cat
Catch in a box.
in a box. I didn't know that's a real
yes.
You know that's a real thing?
thing. No.
Oh. Producer Scott, you love that cat.
Yeah, it's a theory in quantum physics.
Well, that's
So,
why I don't know it.
superposition.
No.
Nothing actually. Never mind. It's a scientific thing. It's pretty cool. The cat is
Okay.
neither alive or dead until it's witnessed, until it's observed.
I recommend going down a wormhole.
So
and
it's like
Googling
if a
that.
tree falls in the forest and there's no one there, does it make a sound?
Kind of, but this actually is relevant for waves and particle physics.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's up there with like there's a
I don't think I should be watching that movie.
I just like knocked Neil's microphone off. Like,
I told you I'd spoil it.
I spoil everything. This movie is full of badass women too.
Yes.
Melanie's badass. What's the teacher's name?
Justine.
I can never. I can't remember it.
right here.
Robideau or
Justino.
Robideau.
Justino.
Justino?
Justino?
Justino. Can we just
Yeah.
call her Justine? Is her name Justine? Is that even her real name?
Helene.
Oh shit, the teacher. Okay, so
Got
she's
her right
badass.
here. Hold on.
She's badass.
She's good, yeah.
And
Helen Justino.
Helen Justino. And Glenn Close's character of the doctor.
Yeah.
Also badass. Like, you may or may not agree with the doctor's take and perspective, but it's absolutely amazing how committed she is to her goal. And it is understandable. Like, I mean, obviously, like, I don't agree with her, but I'm like, I respect you because I get how passionately and where you're coming from.
Right.
And tell us about that role, Caleb.
Well, Dr. Caldwell's role is she is tasked with finding a cure for this outbreak.
Yeah.
And in doing so, she needs to
Get some fluid.
get some spinal tap fluid, get some brain fluid, get some out of these kids.
But it's okay, it won't hurt.
Well, but
Says
you also
she.
will never wake up again if you're one of the kids, so.
And tell me if I'm wrong, this was a male The role was male originally. Is that true?
In the book?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, really?
No.
No, not.
No. The major difference in the movie, Melanie is black, teacher's white. In the book, she is a tall black woman in her 40s.
Interesting.
And Melanie is a, light-skinned, blonde hair girl.
Interesting. So they did a little swapping.
They swapped.
Yeah. It's kind of better than just cutting someone out completely, like totally
That's
erasing
true.
them.
That's true.
Yeah, so full of badass women. And I love that the teacher has she's trying to get these kids, open their minds and let them be creative and to express themselves. And you can tell she keeps getting in trouble for that, but she kind of keeps doing it anyway.
Because no one else cares.
No one else cares at all.
They're test subjects. They're friggin' abortions.
Yeah, and somebody's just going to take their brain out.
Yeah.
Eventually, anyway.
They're basically like V2 zombies. Like there's the original ones that are affected from whatever the virus started.
Yes, they're the second generation.
Yeah, they're the second gen zombies, so that's why they're
Right. And we find out later, exactly how that works.
how it happens. Yeah.
Oh, I love how sciencey this movie gets.
We should
too.
just
It
say
is.
why.
It's very smart.
We're there now.
We're there now.
I mean, just
Yeah.
say how they were created.
Oh, okay. So they were their mothers were pregnant and got infected, and the children still in utero also got infected and ate their way out.
The inside out.
Hashtag sorry. They were hungry and they had to get out.
But for whatever reason, they could sort of act human. Ish.
Yeah. They have,
until triggered.
They have a degree of control until they can't put it off anymore. They're hungry and they
Right.
smell, what their food source is.
Yeah. And then they turn into a hungry, as they're called in this. But
They do call them hungries, which is
but they can
interesting.
talk, they can think, they can.
Yeah, and they are themselves. Because
Whereas the version 1 is just a zombie,
Kind of mindless.
a mindless zombie,
Yeah.
just looking for food always.
And Melanie is kind of out to prove to the doctor and to everyone else, her teacher knows, but that they are they're full sentient persons. They aren't just controlled by the fungus, which is the prevailing belief, is that, they'll tell you what you want to hear, or they'll kind of manipulate you, but you can't trust them. And it's no, they really are their own individuals.
Right.
Yeah. There's some really great tense moments in this movie, like we talked about. They kind of go into a stasis and they stand still. And even if they're kind of moving around a little, if you're pretty quiet, you can kind of sneak your way through.
And have the blocker on.
And you gotta have your blocker on, or have
very
Melanie in front of you like a meat shield. And there was one point I wrote down with little music notes: tiptoe through the hungries. It's like the tulips.
So the first time they do that, Dr. Caldwell, they run into Mama Zombie.
Yes.
With the she's pushing a little rotted baby. She's got a whole rotten baby in there.
Well, she had something in there.
Well, at least the feet of it.
Rats in the cradle
that
and the
was-
silver spoon.
It's like the best folk song from the 70s, Rats in the Cradle.
Little Harry Chapin Carpenter and his rat.
It's fun and super gross when you see it's just baby feet and a rat.
And it's basically a rat in the stomach cavity is what I got from it.
Yeah.
So,
That rat was hungry too.
no, give it up for the rat.
Rats gotta eat.
Give it up for
Yeah.
the rat.
Give it up.
Although I'm surprised that the Hungries didn't smell the rat.
Yeah,
until
I know.
after that,
Yeah.
So.
But
But
Anyway.
now it smelled like baby too much. It smelled like rotted zombie baby. One other thing I really like is Justine and the doctor. They don't look glamorous in this movie. They actually look like people surviving in a near apocalypse.
Yeah.
Especially Glenn Close, really just allows herself to look authentic and raw, for lack of a better term. But I mean, same thing with the teacher is, their clothes aren't particularly well fitted or anything. They look like they
it's
just
like
rolled out of bed and get going.
Whatever was, they're both in fatigues, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah. And it's always I don't know, just really refreshing when you see that in like kind of a in this setting, in like an almost apocalypse setting. And I especially like little Melanie. It also looks really age appropriate. I mean, it would be absolutely absurd if they tried to like, you should never sexualize a child anyway, but like tried to be like, no, look how glamorous little Melanie is. And it's like, no, she spends most of her life strapped to a chair.
Yeah. I mean, you get the impression that they don't even shower or anything, you know. I mean, they're fed a bowl of mealworms,
yeah.
you know. So.
Which is the same thing I feed my lizard.
I have it here. Worms.
Is my lizard hungry?
It has bit. You has it not?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
He's bit me. Pascal has bit me.
Maybe he's hungry.
So, I mean, the lizard likes them. I feel bad for the kids, but they probably just need to eat something living like that.
Yeah.
So they've been raised in that
Facility.
Well, they
their
were
entire life.
found as they
In
were
a hospital.
babies.
Right.
They were still babies, so yeah, they would
I'm
have
saying, but
no.
They've never seen the outside. No. They've never eaten anything other than some kind of protein
Probably a worm.
or type of deal.
Right.
Maybe some
brown
maybe,
worms.
Maybe in the
their
early
correct.
days they
Correct.
had like something better of meat, but
I'd say worm paste would be my guess.
probably paste.
Yeah, like
When
worm
they're-
paste, ground up worm, you know, and then
Yeah.
like I did when I was a kid. That's what we
Sure.
had.
Traditional.
Traditional 70s
Traditional,
worm paste.
yeah.
Duh. So the baby.
It's not broke, don't fix it. You know.
Baby in the cover going, ah.
The little rat. Always here for auto cannibalism. Always
yes.
here for auto cannibalism, and we do get a little taste, dare I say, of
yeah.
auto cannibalism.
That's true.
So this movie, okay, so the movie starts very much like Day of the Dead, in a way. My Day of the Dead. Army, scientists trying to fix it, and
Yep.
zombies. And then it becomes a road trip movie.
Sure does.
So it,
Yeah.
it
Sure does.
progresses to, you know,
Hop in the tank and hit the open road.
yeah, exactly. And then, yeah,
The old American tradition of hopping in the tank.
Route 66, they're on
Yep.
their way.
They're on their way.
Dennis Hopper and Peter Fonda are cruising on by. So it's Americana.
Sorry, fine, because film is British.
Damn.
There's some zingers, like not funny, but like lines in this movie that just, damn, they're good. What's the, is it captain, the lieutenant, the guy?
Sergeant Parks?
Sergeant, I've named everything, every branch of the military title except for that. He's talking to Miss Justino and talking about the nature of good or bad. And she says, no one's ever responsible for anything. And he says, responsible to who? Mike, boom! I was like, damn, that's good. I hit pause. I jotted that one down. Because like that, like I just, it brings up a lot of questions. Movies like this bring up a lot of ethical questions and good versus bad. And, you know, will you do anything to like accomplish the mission? And, you know, what does that mean? And what does that entail? And, you know, who gets to decide what's good or bad? And especially when you're in a situation like this where it's like, Sky Daddy's not coming. Sky Daddy is not coming to go down and intervene. So you're really forced to like look at, you know, morals and where do we draw the line? Chef's kiss. That character, he has a great arc too.
Yeah.
By the way.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. Because I wrote a note like, you know, oh shit, you know, major toxic masculinity when Melanie checks him and says like, you know, she'll never touch you like she touched me, you know, because she got a, you know, she got a head pat.
Yeah. Oh, she got in so much trouble for that.
And then so, you know, Sergeant Parks, you know, leaves her in her wheelchair strapped all night long
So
because
cold.
of it, you know.
Yeah.
So when he finally does, you know, kind of peak, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, like he goes out and looks for her. You know?
Right. It's like, even though he's still kind of on the job, it's like, but once he gets out of that environment and he starts to have to kind of rely on Melanie and trust her, and she saves her ass a whole bunch of times.
Okay, so this is another reason what, in my opinion, makes a good zombie movie
Tell
is
us. Do tell. Do tell.
is positions of power will get switched
Oh,
often.
yes.
You know, where the you know, yeah, usually the people with the guns or the people in authority are in charge, but
Right.
you know, a lot of times, you know, they have to look elsewhere. They have to look for a different alternative.
Right.
And in this case, it means like relying on this friggin' abortion.
Yeah.
You know, that he's pretty much hated, you know, her entire life.
We learn he has this, well, it's not good reason, but he has an excuse why he hates. You know, he
Right.
found the kids.
Yeah.
And he had, well, we find out near his death, he was going into these maternity hospitals because he was clearly looking for his wife or his partner or something. Wow, I know, shock. Producer Scott just dropped his fork in shock. He's like, what? What's an arc?
Wouldn't be.
No.
By the way, Tommy, I as well do not care for worms.
Neil is afraid of
Yeah,
worms.
that's one of
Neil's afraid of
your
worms.
things, huh?
I'm not a big worm fan
Maggots
either.
specifically.
Yeah, especially a
Yeah.
maggot I'm not happy with, but
I'm not happy with him. He looks at a maggot. He says, "I'm not happy
know.
with you."
I'm happy.
They make me very unhappy.
I mean, make me very happy.
Spoiled it for me, maggot.
Why does it sound like a bad word when you say it? It sounds very bad.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's because I carry on the M too long.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
Oh, cat. R.I.P. the cat. R.I.P. the cat. And the puppy. I don't know if the puppy made. I like to think that puppy.
I think the puppy made it.
Yeah.
He knew all the secret routes.
And then the worst thing though is then Melanie gives like an Arnold Schwarzenegger retort about the cat.
Yeah.
You know, like
Oh, when she's looking at
sees
the
a picture of the cat. Yeah. It's like,
And
you want a
teachers-
cat?
I've had
Thanks,
one.
I already had one. Okay,
You know what,
Arnold.
though? She's got a sense of humor about the fact that she has to eat living things. Like,
Yep. Poor kitty cat.
No, but it's funny when she comes back after. So they send her out. She takes the mask off. She eats the
oh,
cat.
the little man. Oh, God.
And then she comes back and she says, "It fell off, but I'm not hungry anymore." And she's got like blood dripping down her face and all down
Yeah.
her shirt.
It is forcing them to challenge their stereotypes and to challenge their, like, okay. I mean, that's what she has to do.
Yes.
And it's so sad, too, because she carries around her little picture of a kitty.
Mm-hmm.
So she
Yeah.
clearly thinks it's cute. And I mean, but it's what she
At
has
the
to
same
do.
time, she's still aware enough to know that she could never have one.
Absolutely, because it wouldn't be safe. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be humane, I guess. Like, for lack of a better phrase.
See now, could you possibly say that she carries a picture around of a cat because that is what makes her a normal child? Because you want to, you know what I mean? You want to think you have this kitten and it's a cute thing, so you have the kitten poster on your wall, you know, just hang in there or whatever
Hang in
the
there,
cat
baby.
does.
Yes.
Or is she like, that's dinner. You know, I aspire
Yeah.
to a live kitty for dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, one or the other, or
I think it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
okay.
I mean, it's like, she just doesn't have any possessions.
Right.
And she clearly has to keep her pictures, like,
she had to
keeps
hide
them
them.
on her at all
Hidden,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she probably never thought she'd ever be in the position to have to eat a cat.
Yeah.
Because she thinks
I
she's
don't
just eating
think-
worms in the school.
Yeah, but I don't think they ever knew. She didn't. I don't think she knew that they were, wanted to eat people. She seemed genuinely shocked when Sergeant Parks,
Did that thing.
rubbed the scent off of his arm and put it in front of the
That's a good
the
point.
little boy in the class.
Well, and
I don't
yeah.
think they were aware. That's my opinion, anyway.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, there's times where she tells them, like, she can smell them and she's hungry and all of that stuff.
But that's
Yeah.
later.
She really fights against it too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she's in quite a pickle. She's in quite a pickle when you like people, but they could also be your food source.
They could. Yeah.
We've all been there.
I'm there
all
right now.
been there.
I'm right now.
That's where you're at. That's your
at.
struggle.
I'm there. Producer Scott's looking mighty fine in them jeans. So. Pretty ready to go.
Just put a little barbecue
Little
sauce.
barbecue on them.
Barbecue sauce. There's some really, like we talked about, there's some really gorgeous shots in this movie. Some like truly beautiful, creepy, haunting little shots. Nice little visual candy for you. How much do we love the little Lord of the Flies pack? I love those little guys. I thought they were precious. I'm sorry, Kieran. I liked you too. But in the words of Melanie, they just want to live.
Yeah.
Everyone wants that. Hello, brilliant, profound, another one of those lines.
Yeah, well, Kieran was not very bright either for...
No, he
Yeah,
doesn't.
I
He falls right into their little breadcrumb trap.
Jeez, come
Of like, oh,
on.
here's a can. Oh, here's a can. Oh, let me just go under this like little.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sir.
Hansel and Gretel, hello.
Right.
Yeah.
I know.
Did you learn nothing, sir? Yeah.
Right into the oven.
Yeah, he definitely got what he deserved.
And those poor kids are hungry, so they're like, they spend their whole day devising little plans for like how to trap food. They're bored.
Yeah, that's their life.
That's
I
their
want to
life.
watch a dark version of Peter Pan where those are the lost
That's the
boys.
Lost Boys.
Yes, I call them Lost Boys in my nose.
I did too.
Yeah. I think they're precious. I think it's really funny when the one has a rat and she's like trying to get him
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you want
Oh, yeah.
rat? You want rat? Yeah.
It's kind of kept doing it. That was funny. Yep. Like,
But then there are also when you're like she keeps luring him away, and then like the two little ones come by with knives and just like hamstring him.
It's brilliant. They're little pack animals, how they
Yeah.
attack, and it's like they don't need to spend a lot of time going into it and talking about it, but you just have like, okay, this is how they've survived. This is how they've evolved. Is they've learned how to like set a trap and how to wound prey that is bigger than them and could take them down. Mm-hmm. Little geniuses.
Right.
yeah, it's.
God bless those kids.
I mean, a military trained guy, a little sad that he fell for that.
He was hungry. He really wanted that canned pumpkin.
That's
was
fine,
in
but
there.
even when she comes with the rat, it's like at that
I
point.
know. At that
don't
point,
follow her
you're
when she's
like,
backing
no,
up.
I
You
gotta
should
go
know.
because you
Yeah.
should know.
Yeah.
You know, this is not
They
good.
teach you this in strategy school.
I was going to say that's like day one of basic training in the British apocalypse military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is don't fall for the rat trap.
Don't follow the rat girl.
Don't follow the rat kid. So then one of like probably the best parts of the movie maybe is when Melanie challenges the leader and beats the shit out of him.
Challenge.
Oh my God. Sweep the leg, Melanie. Sweep the leg. And she does. It's
Yeah.
so good. She just picks up immediately what's going on here. Because
Yeah.
she's smart. She pays attention in school.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, I see her. I don't have to beat everybody. I just have to take down the one with the bat. She
Yep.
has to take down the, what's his name, Walking Dead.
Negan.
Negan. She has to take down the Negan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she does. She does it handily.
She does.
And yet again, when she saves the humans, he saves their asses because
Yeah.
those kids were gonna make them a buffet.
That's probably when the sergeant
Finally is like, because he's slowly warming up to her.
Right.
I mean,
Right, she's going on those little
he
runs.
slowly started telling
Yeah.
her like, "Good job," which
Yeah.
you've never said to her before.
Yeah. How cute is it when she gets the radio thingy and she's
Oh, and she's like just talking away.
she's so cute.
And that's the thing. There's these little things that she does, like when she starts exploring the houses and how like
she's like looking in the
happy
dryer.
she is, and
Yeah.
opening the dryer and saying hello.
Yeah. And she says transit. Yeah, like because that's what they say when they open the doors.
When they
there.
open the doors, and
yeah.
yeah.
But you think about it, the first time when they first leave the base and she's wherever she is, and then she basically walks out into the grassland by herself.
Yeah.
I mean, she's kind of like overwhelmed.
Yeah.
She is.
Looking,
She kind of.
'cause she's like,
Yeah.
I've never been
What is
outside
thi-
before.
what is this? Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, and
So,
not only
yeah.
is she not going to leave her teacher because she loves her,
Right.
but she's also where's she going to? She knows she's like, where am I going to go? What am I going to do?
Right.
Like this is way too overwhelming. There's grass out here.
Yep.
What even is that? And after she just saw that big massacre outside too, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
Yep.
There's where am I looking at? Okay, I love fungus. We know this. This has been established from other Cult Show episodes. I also love seed pods.
Yep.
Tasty little seed pods. It's kind of overwhelming when you see all those pods, and this is another really cool, unique thing I think about this film is explaining the evolution of their journey. And now, because in the words of Dr. Ian Malcolm, life finds a way. So now we got pods. The next step in their evolution is
Yep.
pods.
Right. Which, if the pods
break from
break
moisture,
open,
heat.
then the
Airborne.
virus is airborne. It's no longer transferred
Yeah.
through blood or saliva.
Glenn Close is rotting in her sling. That's a bummer. Melanie even says, like, you smell sick. Yeah. It's like, you smell like spoiled meat. You smell like something I don't find.
Yeah, I wouldn't even eat you.
Yeah, I wouldn't even eat you on my best day. I wouldn't eat you. And she's like, very determined, but she comes off like a ghoul, right? Because she's like, okay, yes, fine, you're a person, but can't I just have like your brain and your spine now? And it's like, no, bitch, you can't. And I mean, that's not what Melanie says. Melanie actually says, why should it be us who die for you?
Yep.
Slow clap. Because sometimes you look around and you're like, it's kind of like at the end of Cabin in the Woods, like, well, I feel like humanity's had a shot, and maybe it's time for someone else to have a turn. Yeah, I say good day. And why not them? Because you know what? They are evolving. They are adapting. And maybe it's just time for the humans to go. And there's a lot to kind of unpack with all of that, and especially with it being kids, because it's like, previous generations dying off. And let's let somebody else have the hope for a better world,
Right.
It's deep. We're getting deep on the cult show with this one today.
This movie, basically, if you're a person of my age, right,
Yes.
Caleb isn't quite there yet.
You're
but
85, 86.
1886.
18.
So you're at that age where you're getting older and your mortality means something, and this movie's got you're falling into the old gen now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
You're the old
kids
dinosaur.
are eclipsing you. There's a new generation coming up, and then on top of that, you've got the fact that there's like this. We'll call it the virus. It's a fungus.
It's a fungus.
But we could call it in our world today a virus.
Sure.
That is mutating.
For example.
We don't have any. Yeah, we have no. No idea, to go with. But my point being, it kind of like, it definitely for someone like me, at least, where I'm like, Jesus,
1886.
That's going to be me with the plant fungus growing out of my face. And becoming the new generation of, a fungus or a virus, and I'm not needed anymore because I'm Gen 1, so
everybody's moved on.
I'm no good, and then I'm just giving way to the new seed pod. It's gonna
the new pod, so to speak.
That you can't break open by whacking it. It takes very specific conditions to happen.
Yeah.
You said moisture or fire, and of course Melanie's like, hey. I'm allowed to big old fire.
Yeah, I got some matches.
I'm so proud of her in that moment. I think it's really admirable how she tries to save her friends, which is really sweet. But I mean, she just knows. She's like, this is important. Like, she's opening up Pandora's box.
Yeah.
But you know what's at the bottom? Hope.
There you go.
Hope's at the bottom. It makes me smile. It made my face hurt from smiling, from seeing the little kids. She found all the kids from the school because they have their little tracksuit moment they wear, and then she found all the little lost kids, all the little ferals. Yeah. And she's got to kind of teach them. She's got to corporal punish them
right, I know.
into submission, but they're learning.
They are, and
they grew up in the wilds.
Yeah. So Justino is now the one that has to spend the rest of her life in a cage.
Sorry about it.
But she's
sorry,
at least
sorry.
passing on knowledge and teaching them.
She's doing something she loves.
Yeah, but how long can she do that before going nuts?
Well, probably long enough to get Melanie to then become the teacher, is what my thought was.
Okay.
And I mean, it's kind of sad, because it's sad. It's an end of an era. It's an end of,
humanity?
It's not, because those kids are
V1 humanity.
Yeah, exactly. But it's okay. And she can make her life matter by, setting the next ones up for success.
Yeah. And in the book, she would also go outside and wearing a suit.
So she probably does that on occasion.
So it's not like she's just confined to that glorified RV for the rest of her life.
That's how the movie made it be.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
But I was thinking about that too because they do show Glenn Close
Right.
in the thing. So I'm like, she probably has a little moon
she would
suit.
get on her skin though, and then if she walked in with it, unless she was in a full containment suit, you know what I mean?
Well, it's probably like how
Yes,
you do
she
in
was in a
space,
full-
where there's a decompressor, that little anti-chamber there. Maybe it's like, where you change.
You have to go into a washroom to scrub it
Well,
down.
we don't know that they don't have that. They said it was a fully mobile lab.
No,
They just didn't have time to show it. But I mean, it's like it's better to.
Neil, no questions. No questions. It's okay. It's okay.
It's better to adapt and to do something good with your life than to just like rally against it. You know what I mean? Just like fight tooth and nail, literally to the death. When it's like, no, why don't you just be a part of the future? I
could argue that point possibly.
What is she going to do? She's like the last
Oh no,
person.
I get it. I'm just saying I don't know. I mean, to go.
You're going to
good night.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you're going to exist, but you know how
But she's
good is that existing going to be?
But
Right.
again, she's doing her mission, which is to teach and is to set up the next generation for success.
She is literally the progenitor of all knowledge for the next generation
Yeah.
of
Right.
human life.
That's huge.
She's gonna have statues.
She's going to have statues.
She's basically 2 generations from a god.
Well, and there's a point, too, where she says, Melanie looks at her like she's Jesus. And I mean,
Yes.
that's kind of, there's a whole thing here, right? You're picking up what we're laying down.
Right.
She's very important. She's shepherding these kids
Yes.
into life.
Right.
It's just absolutely.
She's creating the new leaders of the new world. The leaders of the new world.
It's beautiful. It's perfect. One last note. There's a part where Melanie's gonna kill the military dude. What is he? Sergeant? Who is he?
Oh,
Oh,
Sergeant
yeah.
Parks.
Yeah. And like she cocks the gun. And he's like, she learned it from watching him.
Yeah.
And I said, I watched you. I learned it from watching you, Dad. But she doesn't say it like that. But you know what? She's smart. She was always watching.
She was always watching.
No question.
Yeah.
Perception. But yeah. Natas Krad joined us asking what he missed.
Girl with all the gifts.
Everything.
GIFs, gifts. Well, that's all I have. This movie is absolutely brilliant and poignant. Mwah, chef's kiss.
I cannot recommend it, enough. Also, it is a great read. So
Okay.
I'm
get
gonna
the
read
book.
And you can watch it for free on was it Tubi?
Tubi. Or not to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
By the way, did you got Natas Krad? I realize backwards is Dark Satan.
That's awesome. I like dark Satans. I like light Satans. I like medium Satans.
I'm not
I like
sure.
neon Satans.
That could be a coincidence. I don't know, but
Nah, lucky.
I'd like to
lucky.
think it's not. Yeah. All the Satans, line them up. There you have it, the girl with all the gifts.
excellent choice, Caleb.
If you're sticking around, and you should, we're going to play a birthday game.
Birthday game.
Shall we play a game?
What are we doing this
All
week?
right, so
Keeping in with the trend of.
keeping in with the trend that Neil started, that we made Neil
Actually,
start.
you guys started it.
Sure, we kind of pressured you into it.
Yes.
And now I'm like, fuck, why do we do that? Because I don't want to do this. We are going to do a little trivia about me.
Like kind of like we did for Neil.
Kind of, except I'm not doing 2 truths and a lie.
Okay, what are you doing?
There will only be just one right answer.
Okay. So you're going to give us choices. One is right.
One is right.
And we're playing as a
Correct.
group?
Everyone can play.
Okay.
Everyone
Ready?
is welcome.
You
Ready?
got it. Okay.
Ready?
let's
Ready, Twinsy?
give it out. By the way, Todd is with us in case you guys didn't
Yes.
see. Hey,
Todd.
Todd.
209
We did
Todd
see you,
did
Todd.
join. Yes.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you all.
Okay. Are you ready?
Oh, we're ready.
Ready.
We've been studying all week while Neil was in
All
LA.
week? All right.
We were cramming for this exam.
Okay.
That's good.
You like Googling me and.
Oh, yeah. Reading our
Outside
notes.
the window.
Right.
Yeah.
And our continuing
I saw you. I just let you watch.
Oh, you.
I don't normally undress in my kitchen, Scott.
He's so good to us.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
Team player.
In 6th grade, I was elected to what position? Secretary, Vice President, President.
I could see Caleb in a variety of roles.
Secretary.
Secretary stands out to me.
Vice President or President.
I think Vice President.
Vice Page.
I think Vice President. I think it's a sad story of him basically being second runner-up. Or first runner-up.
First loser.
Because Secretary is its own thing, and President its own thing, and Vice President is like, you almost made it.
Nobody wants to be the
Do you like
Dan
that sad
Quayle.
story I just wrote for Caleb?
Don't want to be the
He's
Dan
probably like
Quayle.
really proud of
what
being
grade?
Vice President.
Six.
I just dumped all
What school
over
were
it.
you in?
That might come up later.
Oh, shit. Okay. We need to.
I'm going. I say President.
Well, shit,
I'm
we
going
need a
all the way.
consensus.
No, we don't necessarily. We can go opposites, right?
Well, no, because then we don't get a point.
I
Whoever
actually
gets
think
it
it's
right.
Secretary. I do think it's Secretary.
And I think Secretary.
All right. Well,
We're gonna go with Secretary.
majority wins.
Neil is correct.
Resident.
Sons of bitches.
What did you do
I was
with your
elected.
power? Did you use it for good?
Absolutely nothing.
Sounds about right
so
for politics.
here's the story. My class was 4th, 5th, and 6th graders.
Okay.
So I was kind of I was at the top.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Teacher went out on maternity leave, so we had a sub.
Was it yours?
And so I pushed for
It's your baby.
an election.
Yeah.
You pushed for an
I
election?
pushed for an election
I see.
and got president.
Very nice. Now you see, I feel like if
But then absolutely nothing happened with it.
I feel like if I had known it was 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, I would have had a different answer.
But he
because-
said 6th grade, though.
Well, yeah, but in
But I
my
didn't- I
mind,
didn't
that's
say
6th,
that it
7th,
was-
8th.
I know, but I
Yeah.
see.
Is
But
that
that's-
something you put on your resume? Because you really should.
You should put on it.
Yeah,
You
Basically you
you
effected
did
a
a coup.
I did.
Yeah.
All right, Trump.
And then used my
that's
powers
why-
for nothing.
That's why we do this. That's why
right.
we do this.
You freaking stormed the Capitol, baby.
Separated at birth right here. Go on, Nate. That's why we call it Twinsy.
Okay.
Wait, it was 6th grade?
He was in 6th
And
grade.
the Trumpians on January 6th, they stormed the Capitol?
Oh my God, six.
There's some...
Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah.
Caleb the Lizard Elite, not me.
Oh, that's something the lizard would say to try to blame someone else and say they are the lizard.
Okay.
Take off that mask.
I forgot to give choices for this next question.
Okay.
Sky's the limit, everybody.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit. All right, Neil, I think knows this one anyway. What celebrity asked me for a cigarette in a Southern California Starbucks parking lot?
So out of all the celebrities ever,
I'm gonna recuse myself on this one.
out of all the celebrities
Out of
ever,
all the celebrities,
How about tell them a movie the celebrities in? They can pick.
Oh, I think that's going to make it to...
this person was in Apocalypse Now.
you know what's funny is
Goodbye.
I feel like Neil's just saying, "Oh, I can't say it because he doesn't want to get it wrong."
No,
if he
I know.
doesn't
No,
it.
he knows.
Yeah, but I think he's going to say that for other ones too, because he's just going to be, "Oh, I know them all."
Okay, you guys have your guess.
It was.
You guys
I have a
have your guess, and then
It was Sheen.
I just told Haley.
Okay.
It was Sheen.
Okay. Do you have a
Okay,
guess?
I've never seen the movie, so I have no
What?
idea who is in it.
What?
Yeah. So, Alanis Morissette.
Okay. Okay.
She would have asked
She
for
had
a
one
jagged
hand in her
little
pocket.
pill. Yeah.
Anyone else have a guess?
Dennis Hopper.
Ooh.
It could have been
The
Brando.
audience.
All right.
You have one hand in her
Could've been
pocket, and the
Brando.
other's
Reverend
smoking.
Michael B says, and then what did Vanilla Ken say?
Well, I thought I saw what Neil said, so I don't want to say.
Oh, he's trying to
okay.
cheat.
Okay.
Okay.
No one guessed correctly. The correct answer is Neil.
Lawrence Fishburne.
That is correct.
Wow.
I like him.
Harrison Ford.
You're like, he's in that film?
He is actually.
He is,
The audience
isn't
thought
he?
he said Harrison
Yeah.
Ford.
He's in towards the beginning when they give Martin Sheen his orders to go.
Oh,
get
I would not remember
Kirk.
that
Yeah,
that's him.
it's like a tiny
Yeah.
role.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, Netflix on their thumbnail
They say-
has a picture of Harrison Ford,
that's
and he's
hella
in it
funny.
for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't even remember he was in that film.
It's very random.
Yeah.
So,
Scott, I really want to show you that movie.
anyway,
No.
Okay.
yeah, I was just standing
Scott.
outside smoking because I used
Oh,
to
you
smoke
don't
back then.
think I could? Okay.
Producer Scott, no.
Let's put it this way: the first 20 minutes of this movie, I almost had to nope out because I didn't really have the spoons.
go
So
with all the-
if it's a
Okay.
lot, maybe not.
All right.
Yeah. It's like you look up in a book a movie that's a lot. It's this movie is there. It's heavy.
lot. It's heavy,
You
yeah.
will have backache from carrying this film around. Go on.
Okay. This one's embarrassing.
Oh.
I have been caught shoplifting
Oh, we know this.
1 time, 3 times, 5 times.
Okay, we know about your misspent youth. We know that I know that you were caught
From 7-Eleven.
from 7-Eleven. I think it was just the one.
Weren't you also caught at the 5 and Dime? though?
The 5 come back
And
to
the Piggly Wiggly?
No. Okay, I don't remember the name of it. You were talking about
Okay,
there's a
John
5 and
Mellencamp.
Dime in Santa Rosa.
How many times have I been caught?
I think
you
it's
only
one.
once.
I think you've only been caught once.
Yeah.
Everyone's going 1?
Yeah.
1?
I'll go with 1, yeah.
Yeah.
3 times.
Oh shit! You didn't learn your
gonna say-
lesson.
3 times. All right.
Same 7-Eleven?
First time. No. First time, Safeway. It was just a little kid, like pack of
That doesn't count.
Hubba Bubba or something,
it
and
doesn't count. Yeah.
like got home and was just like, no, I'm gonna
don't
just
know.
chew this gum now. And my mom's like, where did you get that?
Oh, wait, that doesn't count.
That does
No,
not.
I got
count.
caught.
That doesn't
Second
count.
time.
I veto that
Yeah.
one.
Shenanigans.
No.
Second time was at A&B Market. Now it's Oliver's on Montecito.
A&B, oh wow, I forgot about
Yeah, took a pack of Skittles after Little League practice.
I really wanted to guess a rotisserie chicken.
And for the record, never got caught at 7-Eleven.
That was just your.
Never got
that was
caught at
just the place
7-Eleven.
He stole a lot
got caught from.
All the time.
Damn.
He ran out with those big gulps. Screw you.
No, it was like candy bars up the sleeves of my
Books?
jacket, books and magazines underneath
Yeah.
my arm,
I mean, the fact that you steal books, I'm kind of like, that shouldn't even count as stealing anything.
Hot Pockets down the front of my pants.
Did you nuke him?
Frozen.
And then I would pay for a coffee.
To heat up the Hot Pockets.
He's like shuffling up front. Yeah. Just this coffee, please. Yeah.
He can't
Good
close
sir?
his arms.
Good sir?
He's like the kid from Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Can't get up.
It just smells like Hot Pockets.
What do you like, pepperoni?
Shut up.
And the third time was at Musicland.
You stole from Musicland?
Never
Or tried to?
never got out of the store.
What were you boosting? A stereo?
No, it was like a cassette.
Oh,
But
that's
they
not
had
as
the
cool.
The big plastic thing
the
on it?
plastic thing, but I figured out if you worked on like this little crossbar,
Yeah.
the cassette would
it's-
slide
was
out.
the employee like standing up with their arms crossed, like, watching you?
No,
work
the
this
the
thing?
manager saw me and was like, "Get out of here!" So
was
I
it?
mean, that
What
I
was
was
it.
it?
have to know what the cassette
What was the
was.
album?
I have no idea. No
It
idea.
was Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little
It
Pill.
was Jagged Little Pill.
Yeah.
I actually feel like it was Slipping
No.
When Wet by Bon Jovi.
Canonically, it is. I'm sorry.
No,
Oh, it's
no.
Genesis.
This would have been like
That would've been mine.
late '80s, so it was probably something like
hair metal band.
hair metal-y, yeah.
It was Skid Row.
It was
It
like
was a crew. It was a crew.
faster Pussycat or
Yeah.
Trickster, something awesome like that.
Oh my God! What if it was like worship music? It was like a Christian tape.
Yeah, I was gonna pay for that.
No, take that for free.
Okay. What celebrity was I constantly compared to in Fiji?
Is this not a multiple choice either?
It is.
I was
Sorry.
gonna say
I had to-
Jesus.
I had to take a drink.
Or it could be anybody.
Lionel Richie, AJ McLean from Backstreet Boys, Lenny Kravitz.
Can you do me a favor and could you sing a little, Lionel?
No,
Hello.
not gonna do it.
I'm gonna guess.
I go with the third one.
Yeah, Kravitz.
Kravitz.
Yeah, I think.
Scott
Lenny
wants it to
Kravitz.
be Lionel, but it
I
was Kravitz.
really want it to be Lionel Richie. I really want it to be.
Yeah, it's the crab.
Well, I did not have my dreads then when I went to Fiji, so it was Lionel Richie.
Oh my God!
Because I remember you had dreads.
There was a woman working at like the front desk specifically that we would walk by to go get breakfast every
Lionel
morning.
Richie.
And just across the lobby, she would be like, Lionel!
Like how you just did.
Like I just said it, yeah. Should have gone with my first instinct.
Wow, Lionel, I don't see it. No offense
I don't
to
either,
you, no offense
but
to Richie.
I also have a boss that like called me that when I had like a light beard and
Oh my God, and I love the AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys. That's hilarious.
You know what it was? He was always dancing on the ceiling. It just kind of gave me-
So it's like, hello, this is me you're looking for, front desk.
So we've had both Enoch join us and Pismo Mark.
Enoch.
Hello, Pismo and Enoch.
We're taking a quiz about Caleb.
Enoch, I don't know if you know that your brother is quite the klepto.
Was.
So,
Was.
Reformed.
He reformed as of yesterday.
Now he's like Robin Hood. He only. Go on. Next.
All right. How many times have I been held at gunpoint? 1, 3, 7.
Oh my God, zero's not an option?
Do you know that?
Are you
Zero.
doing the time that Jim pointed the gun at me, or is that only is that your time?
He pointed it at you, not me.
Okay, just checking. I know of one.
Okay. I don't want it to be more than one.
Unless
This
I'm
is one of
forgetting.
those tricky ones because it jumps, it escalates.
Does it? Okay, are we specifically talking about truly firearms?
Truly firearms.
Okay, so Nerf guns are out.
yeah.
I was gonna say
It's
your
like
little
I
kid
point
prob-
Nerf guns at myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I hate this question.
It's 1, 3, and 5? Is that the options?
1, 3, and 7.
First of all, nobody should ever point a gun at Caleb because he's a precious, wonderful angel human. So shame on you. Let's go with 1.
And just to confirm, this is held at gunpoint, not like had a gun pointed at you.
Held.
Okay, 1.
I'm saying one because I know of one I can think of.
That would be correct.
Oh, thank God. Oh, that's still too many. But I mean, a lot of people have been in weird situations, robberies and stuff. I mean, it does happen. What?
It was an off-duty police officer who thought I was and a friend were casing the neighborhood we were playing hide and seek in.
Oh my
We were
God.
on
It's
walkie-talkies.
the short story.
It was the walkie-talkies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were doing walkie-talkies.
Are you?
And the police were monitoring us.
We were playing car hide and seek with walkie-talkies and giving each other hints as to where we were.
Yeah, like everyone has played that. That is, I played that. Everyone's played that.
Oh,
You know
really?
what?
Yeah.
Well,
We were the first ones apparently because
I know, apparently, because
yeah, you guys thought you were
they
better
called
than
all the police to come out.
Wow. I have no words. I have no words. That's
Of course.
ridiculous.
Okay,
Let the children play.
on a lighter note, what kind of shaving cream do I use? Lush, only the best for this face.
Well, that is true.
Gillette Pro Glide. I'm a basic bitch.
You are not.
Whatever hair conditioner I have on hand. If it slides, it works.
No comment.
Option 4, KY jelly.
Gross.
I was actually going to. I was gonna guess the Trader Joe's brand because it's really nice. If you've ever used that, it's really nice.
The shaving cream?
Yeah,
That is not an option.
it's not an option though.
No.
I mean, Caleb cares about skin. If you're using Gillette, you must stop because that's not very good for you.
Okay, hold up just a second. Gillette Pro Glide is the shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Call me a basic bitch. That is nice shave gel.
Okay, I just don't even have the time to get into it.
let's say animal testing.
What do you use?
Barbazol.
I used to.
Do you have
don't make
do you
that.
have the mug with the brush?
No,
He has one of his like little skeleton slaves mix that up and put it.
I
on
did
his-
have the Barbazol with that, but then the kids kept using it for their glue or their, what do you call that?
Oh,
Putty?
slime.
Slime, thank you. So I had to stop
yeah.
using it. It's like I wasn't. I use from one of the Harry's.com or
Oh, Oh, yeah.
1-800 buy
No,
a shaver.
or Dollar
Bougie
Shave
bitch.
Club or whatever.
But
Yeah.
you know what? Good for you. Because that is
It's
what you
shave
should
butter.
do.
It's shave butter is what they call it.
He uses
Dr.
Stornetta's butter. He uses-
They squeeze it from like little children's feet or something. I'm
yeah,
not
it's
sure exactly. but
Kerrygold butter.
it's really good for.
I don't even remember the options anymore because we've been cracking wise.
Lush, $30 a tube.
No, I don't think you do Lush.
Gillette,
Gillette.
$5.
You know what? What about
I
the
think
conditioner?
I say Lush.
Hair
I would say it
conditioner.
expensive.
Hair
I think
conditioner.
he splurges on certain things.
Well, no, I know he does.
Let me ask you this: Is it for shaving just your face or other things?
Other things, this little hand.
I'll never tell.
I say Lush. I think he goes full on. I think it's more than just.
I want it to be something good, so
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
go with
Lush. I think it's Lush.
Hair conditioner.
Oh,
Yeah.
the opposite of Lush.
There is a side of Caleb that's very
Hair
practical.
conditioner. Trader Joe's hair conditioner.
I feel like we should get
To
a
be
quarter
specific.
point. Quarter point, yeah. Yeah, because we like a Trader
I'll give you
Joe's
half a
product.
point for that. How's
Thank
that?
you. I'm honored. Thank you. What else you got?
First time I got drunk, I was 10, 13, 16.
10.
10.
He started early.
I don't know.
It was on the Jesus's blood juice.
Just drinking the.
I mean,
the-
let's be honest. At 10, a quarter of a beer will get you drunk.
That's
so
true.
I'm going to say 10.
He had older siblings.
He had older
around.
siblings, but he's from a very Christian house.
Yeah, that's why he had to
so-
do it early.
I don't know, man. I don't know this life of crime. Who's to say? I mean, we'll go with 10 because you guys said 10. We'll go with 10.
13. Got wasted off of like a suicide of whiskey and rum and vodka. And,
Got you drunk?
it was a friend from my church named Brett.
Yep, that sounds about right. That tracks.
Of course.
Got lost in a 7-Eleven. Was screaming out for for them because I couldn't find them.
Oh my God.
7-Elevens are small, right?
They are
Well,
pretty
it's
small.
because you had so much shit in your sleeve. You couldn't hear anything.
No, well, not that I remember. On the drive home, they kicked me out and made me run in front of the truck because I was just being annoying.
Was that another
Passed out, must have,
driving?
you know,
Yacked all over yourself?
yeah, I woke up in my
Who
underwear.
was driving?
My friend, he was older than I was.
Okay. I was like, dear God, the 13-year-olds are drinking and
I thought it
driving?
was 14.
Yeah, next time was 13.
It was in Forestville, it's okay.
Oh, I guess fine. Yeah.
Jeez.
If you know, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that same vein,
Shit
I
goes
smoked
down
my
in West
first
County.
cigarette at 11, 12, or 13.
Oh, God, cigarettes, Jesus Christ.
I just don't know Caleb anymore. I don't know who this guy is.
Who is this stranger in our house?
I don't know.
In our
All before we
basement?
met each other, so. Because I
Well-
did so well on your quiz.
Well, I mean, shit, he was drinking.
Drinking.
I think 13. I think that's. when
I don't know. I
tried
could
my
see
first
11-year-olds being like, "Damn it, Chad, the smoke is stick."
I'm going to say
Swiping
13.
Pax's Camels from 7-Eleven and
Oh yeah.
A&B
Oh,
market.
probably and you guys had those machines. You
We
just
had
put
the
in like a
machines, yeah.
quarter, and you got like a whole carton. of
No,
cigarettes.
that's the problem. You
plus
had to
change.
put in a bunch of quarters, and you had to do it quickly before someone caught you.
Right. So you had to know what a quarter was. You had to be old enough to know what a quarter was. Okay, what do you guys think?
Caleb had a paper route, so he got paid in quarters.
It's true. He just filled up his little wagon.
Those are my tips.
Okay, when did he start his paper route?
10.
11.
Yeah, you were smoking with the other paper people at 11
You were on the corner with the rockers, smoking your cigarettes.
with your stolen tapes.
11?
11.
11.
I was 12.
Fuck.
That wasn't even an option.
Yes, it was. It was 11, 12, or 13.
No, no. Let's go to the
Yeah, but
tape.
get this. It was on a youth group trip. And the youth group guy in charge was the one giving us cigarettes.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, he's like, these are good for your lungs, kids.
Jeez.
These are good for your lungs. This is Jesus energy.
Smoke.
It's incense.
No, that's Catholic.
Jesus
Oh,
will
you're
fill
right,
your
I'm sorry.
lungs.
Holy Spirit.
All right. The pair of shoes I miss from my childhood
Oh,
are
God, he said this.
Crocs.
He said this.
are
Crocs, final answer.
brown Sperry topsiders. Red and black and white Jordan 1s, the very first ones.
Ooh.
Turquoise Converse Chuck Taylors.
He has told us this, you guys.
When you say miss, is it like you wish you had them right now?
Yeah.
You may have owned all these shoes.
Yeah.
Or may not.
I may
May
have.
not have.
Okay, well, I think you can get turquoise Chuck Norris's.
It's my favorite shoe. Chuck
I
Norris.
think you can get. I think you can
They
get
do
turquoise
roundhouse
Chucks
kicks on their
now.
own.
They do on their own.
And if you miss those the most, I think we can fix that for you.
Except, Scott, you don't get Chuck Norris's. Chuck Norris will get you, or however that works.
I don't think you miss the topsiders that much. You could get a topsider. I mean, who wouldn't miss those Jordans, right?
Jordan 1s, like, did you say an age, or this is just when you were a kid?
As a kid, yeah.
I mean,
Everyone would say Jordan 1s, you would think, but
yeah.
I mean,
but
were those expensive at the time? I have no idea.
Oh,
I
yeah.
couldn't
Oh,
afford
yeah.
those.
I mean, every one of those shoes were not cheap shoes.
Most expensive pair
I don't
of
know, I
shoes
feel
I
like
ever
the
owned
turquoise-
were the pumps.
The
like
Reebok pumps.
The Reebok
yeah.
pumps.
Oh,
Those were
yeah.
like $100.
Yeah, they were a big deal, and they
My
wore
most
out
expensive
immediately.
shoes are my Crocs.
That's actually might be true.
I don't know. I kind of feel like the turquoise is a wild card.
I don't know, guys.
I'm gonna say
I think the audience should call one.
turquoise shoe.
No, never mind. Sorry, audience.
The audience is pretty unanimous with the Jordan 1s.
Turquoise shoe. Finally.
You're going with the
Option number 3.
It would be the Jordans.
Fuck.
I could get the turquoise.
Well, that's what we were all saying.
I never had Sperry topsiders. I had like a knockoff.
I guess
whatever.
I guess
but
I'm expecting you to try to trick us.
sixth grade, my dad for my birthday got me Jordans.
Wow.
And it was so unexpected because they were like $60
Like
at the
hella
time.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking 86.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money back then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Shocked the hell out of me. I fucking
feel
love
like-
those shoes.
I feel like we are officially overthinking all of these answers.
Probably. Okay. There are no options here. I've had 2 moving violations.
Oh shit! We just went over this.
What were they for?
They were stupid.
Jeez.
They were
Come on, you know.
Do I?
Oh, jeez.
We literally just went over this like
Was
not
one
a
of
month
them
ago.
a rolling stop?
No.
Well, okay. So there's that. They were so dumb.
I wasn't with you when they happened.
They were
so...
kind of dumb. One of them, you were with me afterwards.
I don't know.
One of them involved the Datsun B210 I bought off of you.
Oh, God, I don't remember.
Did Neil cut the brakes before?
Driving without wearing shoes, which is a moving violation.
Yeah.
Really?
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Were you dancing in the back of your truck?
What if I'm involved?
no.
Ghost riding.
No, I did not have a truck for either one of these.
Shit. I don't know, guys.
Right.
I can't.
One was
I
a Datsun B210. The other one was a 84
The Thunderbird?
Mercury Cougar.
Cougar.
Yeah.
Speeding and...
Well, that's speeding.
Never had a speeding
Yeah,
ticket.
yeah. He's never had one. We've been over that.
Jesus.
But
What did you... Hit someone?
Yes.
vehicular manslaughter.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, you guys got them both. Yeah.
Where were they? Where were they? Where were they?
Pismo Mark thinks that it's a failure to use a turn signal.
No. First one was for, it was for erratic driving. I couldn't get the car in gear going up a hill.
That's it. Okay, I remember that story. Oh, I'm such a
And then
bad
afterwards, I had to walk to the theater and have you drive the car home. You don't remember
that
this?
at all.
Seriously?
No.
You were
my
so
God.
drunk.
And then the second one was I flicked a lit cigarette out the window in Petaluma and
That is
like
kinda
got
bad.
lit up immediately. And I wasn't even thinking when I did it because I never
That's how
normally
fires
did that.
happen, Caleb.
I know. Bad me.
You know what? You live, you learn.
Macy, if you're still watching,
Don't do any of that.
Don't get caught flicking
don't
cigarettes.
do this.
Don't do cigarettes.
Don't be a knucklehead.
She's right at the age too. She's at that
Okay.
age.
In 7th grade, I was voted best dressed, best kisser, Most Christian-like.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Oh no. It has to be most Christian.
Yeah, I mean, because you were a thief,
has to
and
be the
you
most
were
Christian,
the president, and you.
Oh my God! So it fits.
Yeah, you were all these things, so it had to be most Christian-like.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yes, it fits.
I mean, I would be really grossed out if they voted kissing in 7th grade. That's like, that's nasty.
And it was the teachers judging, so.
Okay. The band I have seen live most is Foo Fighters,
What's your favorite band?
Social Distortion,
That's easy because they're around a lot.
Jimmy Eat World.
Who?
Jimmy Eat World.
I'm gonna take the BFD T-shirt as a silent visual clue.
No, this is my friend Aaron Cremens.
Oh, I thought it was BFD.
Sure.
Remember the BFD
I did.
concerts?
Yeah. I have been there quite a few times.
Yep. Yeah.
I have actually at BFD. I have seen all three of those bands
Yeah.
listed.
I mean, I want it to be Foo Fighters for you because they're your favorite.
I don't think the Foo Fighters haven't actually toured a ton though.
Well, yeah, they have. What are you talking about? What was the middle one?
Social Distortion.
Yeah, that one.
Social D. What are we thinking, people?
I would maybe go with Social Distortion, like you said, because they've been
They're around a lot.
Yeah, I
more.
think
Yeah.
Social Distortion.
But
I hope it's not Jimmy Eat World.
Logically-
Of all of those, they're the lamest.
Social Distortion, I have seen
Yeah.
2 times.
Love it.
Foo Fighters, I have seen 3 times.
oh,
4, 5
Jimmy
times.
Eat World, I have seen, I've lost count, 6 to
because
7
they're
times
fun.
because they open for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, they do.
I've probably seen them like 20 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
like a
They
Furby.
open for everybody.
They're like a herpy.
Okay, we're at almost 9:40.
Okay, we
so
gotta call this. We gotta call this.
9:35.
One more.
your
one
best
more.
one.
Your best one.
Do you want it to be about me or just sort of a random?
It's your birthday?
Okay.
Why are you
Which
gonna-
celebrity saved my daughter from going up the wrong escalator in Tahoe?
Jesus, you've told us this story too.
Louis Anderson, James
R.I.P.
Hetfield,
What was it?
Louis Anderson,
Uh-huh.
James Hetfield, Kevin Nealon.
I love that he saved her from.
I think I know this one, so should I say it or should I?
You'd say it. Is it?
I think it's Kevin Nealon.
I think it's Nealon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Nealon.
That would be correct.
Aw, he's
Yeah.
such a sweetie.
Little baby Macy went running away, and this guy grabbed her and handed her back. And I look up, I'm like, "Oh shit, that's Kevin Nealon from Saturday Night Live."
That's TV's Kevin
Thanks,
Nealon.
Kevin.
And he's like one of these things with the
He was
stars
like-
behind him.
Final question:
Okay.
if you poop immediately after taking a shower, did you even shower?
No.
No.
Correct. Done.
Dang.
Wait, why would I not have taken the shower?
Why would it not take that? I'll explain to you when you're older. It's not the time nor the
Wait,
place.
what if you poop in the shower?
That wasn't the question.
Okay.
wasn't
But no, I'm
question.
asking for myself. Does that count?
No,
you for a
because you can
friend?
still wash off, and
Yeah.
therefore you have showered.
Okay, so like poop in the shower is okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't go with it. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. The cake is from Haley. Happy birthday to you. Lionel.
Hey. Oh,
Did you see how I got the far one, but left
But
the
not
others?
close ones?
Yeah. I like the epic candle in the middle.
Epic.
Good
All
job.
right.
Okay, so what's next week? Your pick.
We haven't even talked about it, actually.
It's your pick.
It is?
Yes. Top of the order.
Yep.
You sure it's not Scott's pick?
Oh, I'm sure.
Top of the lineup.
You know what? I think we're going to have to confer and get back to each other.
Oh, wah, wah, wah.
hadn't-
People want their homework.
I know, but we hadn't talked about it because we were gone and it was birthday celebration.
You know you thought about it. You know you have a list. You know we could decide right now.
Scott, any ideas?
Romancing the Stone.
Okay.
All right.
That work?
Yeah.
People want their
okay?
homework.
I mean-
People want to be assigned their homework. There we go.
Sandra's not happy about it, but you know.
No.
I was hoping it'd be a horror movie, but it's fine. It's fine.
We've done a couple of horror films in a row.
That's all I want to watch.
It's a Dean Cundy film. Watch it for Dean.
We'll talk about it.
I have an alternate that's not a horror movie.
Let's do it for the Dean.
Well, that's not a horror movie, but yeah.
I have an alternate.
I think we should stick.
No, we're gonna skip with it. Keep the people waiting.
Stick with romancing.
Romancing the Stone.
A stone shall be romanced in 2 weeks' time.
Romancing the Stone.
That means you also get to come up with the game.
Oh, that's right. The Romancing the Stone game. How exciting.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, Nicole. Wishing Caleb a happy birthday.
Thanks, Nicole's.
Nicole. Okay, Romancing the Stone. As usual, please go and click the bells and
Buy
hit
our
the subscribe. It's buy the stuff. Bail Caleb out of jail. I mean, whatever it is you gotta do. Podcasters, we love you, and
Pod people.
go do your podcast things.
Yes.
Other than that, I
Let's do it.
think we're out of here.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Vanilla Ken. Thank you, Reverend Michael B. Thank you, Haley the Baker. Thank you, Pod People. Thank you, Miss Movie Buff Flora. Thank you, Space Face Macy. Mark Vision's Truth. Tommy Levette. Mindy Horror Movie Addict. 209 Todd. Natus Crod. Enoch. Pismo Mark. Nicole. Andrew. Everyone else listening.
Happy birthday, Caleb.
Happy birthday!